its ups and downs. Turn your pretty face to an ugly frown. Seems that when I fix one thing.
Hello, welcome back to The Awakening. I'm your host, Angela Brown. Today's topic for discussion is children need our help. Children need our help. I hope you'll watch the show closely. My guest is Hannah Hawkins. Hannah won the 2010 award for Working Woman of the Year, and I won the exact same award back in 1998 and was given it by Kathleen Matthews. So it's an honor for me today to have her here, and it's going to be an honor for you to watch her because you're going to learn a lot. Welcome, Hannah. Yay! You're here.
Thank you so very much. It's an honor for me to be here.
Well, then it's an honor for me to have you sitting here on my stage.
Great.
How did you feel when you won this award? Did somebody else nominate you?
Yes, they were.
They did? Okay.
They were a previous winner.
Oh, okay.
And now they volunteered with me, and they felt as though I should have been one of the recipients as well.
Of course. Too bad we can't win more than one, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you know, my husband had to eat crow. When I saw it advertised on the television, you know, Awakening Women, I told David, I said, I want you to nominate me. Oh, you ain't going to win. It's all political. I said, don't you go there. So I had him do the letter for me, Hannah, and I won in the field of communications because I worked with the children.
That's great.
And what did you win it in? Helping too, like that?
Helping the least, the lost, and the lonely.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And not just children, but seniors and homeless men and women.
What do you do with the homeless men and women? Do you have a... Tell me about yourself, okay? Good or bad, just give it all to me.
Okay. Many years ago, I saw the despair in our city. And I was working
Washington, D.C.
in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
I'm a native Washingtonian.
Good girl.
And I saw the despair, and I had soon retired.
You're too young.
Well, I did because of illness.
Okay, you're okay now?
Oh, yeah. I don't claim, if you don't claim it, it doesn't become yours.
Exactly.
And I would travel around the metropolitan area, and I saw the neglect in children all day long. Not going to school, being out late at night hustling, pumping gas.
Selling drugs.
Whatever they did.
Prostitution.
Prostitution was great because it was no particular age in terms of youth that the predators were after. They just wanted children. So I started, and I started in my home.
Really?
In my home.
I started in my home too.
Did you?
Yes, I did. With Richard's house. Yep.
And I have a small townhouse, but I found room to nurture and explain different simple things to the children. And my prayer partner, who lived a few doors from me, she started in her home. So I found a place for her across the street and a brand new apartment building. And I was given a place in one of the D.C. public housing units that were declared definitely trouble. It was during that period when the city, which was Washington, D.C., was under siege.
Oh, that was a long time ago, in the 60s, right?
Yep. And so I gathered from there, and we started servicing children from 4 years through 18.
Now you say servicing, feeding them, shelter?
Servicing, feeding them, clothing them, nurturing them in terms of homework, field trips, helping with entrance and colleges, scholarships. The only thing they didn't do, and they might as well had done, was live in the small center in which I had run.
Okay.
But they were there every day. And it was just not just one, it was families. If it was 8 children in the family, all 8 of them came.
Oh.
And that's how it is today.
It is, and it's
I'm
going
in
to be
another-
that way for a long time.
Oh, yes. I'm in a bigger place. Through the grace of God, I was given a center, the whole block. And I'm waiting to develop it because we have run out of space.
Oh.
We have run out of space. The children come primarily after school, and that's when they come with their homework and other challenges of life. And we close about 7:30, and most of them do not want to come home then.
They want to go back because they've been with you. They feel
Yes,
good. You make them feel good.
Yes. The donations, of course, have just about become void.
Extinct. You need more
You
money.
need money because nothing is being sent. And most of my volunteers come from out of state. They come from California, Massachusetts, North
Really?
Carolina.
And did they settle in D.C.?
Well, they come to help service children in my center.
And then they leave and go back to their homes?
They leave their college
Okay.
students, they're missionaries, and they go back to their different territories.
Right, right.
So we're very, very grateful with the help that they provide because without their assistance,
You wouldn't be anywhere.
wouldn't be anywhere.
No.
I don't get hardly anything from the district.
Why not? We've
Huh.
got some mayors down there, huh? Don't get me on that.
Huh? They'll tell me, "Oh, hi, Miss Hawkins, you're doing a good job." Well, the job could get better if
you'd
you
have-
would help.
Give me some more money so I could get
Hey.
more things done. Exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
so it's nothing but a fad for them, and those that really are not doing anything, they're the ones that's getting the donations.
Really? Because I believe, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, a lot of politicians say what you want them to hear,
No question.
and then they don't come up with anything.
No question. And I say to you, Miss Angela, because I know you know, and I'll say to anybody, your mouth can say anything.
Exactly.
But guess what? Your behavior
Exactly.
don't lie. And it's your behavior that the children watch.
Right.
See, children live what they learn.
Of course.
If they see you prostituting, then that's more than likely they will become what you are. And if they're in control in life, then they'll become compassionate in the family. But if it's drugs, alcohol, brutality in the home, then this is where the shame of the game occurs. And unfortunately, a lot of our children become bullies and they follow the pattern.
It's because what they see.
What they see. And that's what I preach every day. And people look at me as though I'm strange. Well, why are you saying that? I'm saying it because I'm dealing with it.
It's true.
My boots hit the floor, the concrete every day, and I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Exactly.
I fear no evil. I see it, but I fear it because God is with me.
Exactly.
And a young man said to me just yesterday, Miss Hawkins, someone came in here, little boy, 5 years old, had fell and busted his head. She said, you just calmly received them. I said, you know, after years and years of seeing what you see, it doesn't naturally become natural, but God allows you to receive it in a different way.
You come a little bit tougher, don't you think so,
Oh,
Hannah?
yes.
You have to be a little
Oh,
tough to get
yes.
through to the children.
You have
really
to.
do.
You really do. People will say, Miss Hawkins, I used to think you were mean. I said, I'm not mean. I'm just real.
Right.
Keep it real.
Keep it real. You have to.
That's what I do.
I say what I feel, Hannah. I do.
And you do what is right.
I try. But I bet you $1,000 you never thought I'd have you on my show, did you, when I
I
invited you?
When I
told you I
met
keep
you, I
my
said,
word.
who is this lady?
Yeah.
I really didn't.
Yeah, and you were talking real loud to everybody, and I said, I got to have her on the air. And when I got a hold of you, I gave you a hug, and I said, I'm going to bring you on my show. You go, yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know, people don't realize Angela Brown keeps her word.
I see you do.
I don't lie.
I see you do.
And if it comes to kids, because I lost a son to murder, like I told you, and he was slaughtered. And people say, oh, you're going to get better. Nobody knows how in the hell bad you're hurting unless they've been there. Don't you agree with
no,
that?
they don't.
They don't
How old
know.
was your son?
11.
You were just a baby.
Right? And I just lost my other son. It's been 3 months ago now. He died right before Christmas.
So you had two.
My 2 boys are gone. They're gone. But you know something? I learned something from each time. these things, I believe, had to happen for us. You know, I don't believe that God does things on purpose, but I think things happen, so you have to open the door.
Absolutely.
And that was my first book. When all the doors close, look to your windows.
Say that again.
When all the doors close, look to the windows.
Yeah.
Because when a door closes, a window opens. And I'm like you, I love these kids. Oh, I love them.
Yes.
And they're so tough. They try to be tough. I said, when I
Yes.
go into the, can I have a hug? No.
That's still.
But you go through an hour-and-a-half program with them and bring them
Yes.
cake and ice cream. Can I have another hug before you go, Miss Brown? I said, you
Yes.
can have 1,000 hugs if you want one.
Yes. And you know, and you're so right, because a lot of times after I have tutored and been with the children, I never see the parents.
Exactly. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be bothered, Hannah. They don't.
4-year-olds leave school in the evening, cross a major thoroughfare to get to my center on their own.
Oh, my God.
Sit at a table where there's about 30 or 40 other children, much older, but they have learned to blend in. They feel more comfortable in being there than they do in going into a house that's either isolated or if it's not isolated, they're raising low H. So I thank God, Miss Angela, every day for allowing me the strength.
To wake up
Oh,
and go fight some
brand
more.
new day.
What can I do today? I always ask myself that every morning.
Yes.
What can I do today?
Yes. You develop a conversation. Hello, God.
What's my job for today?
What is my job for today? And
God is
sometimes, and I know you feel this way, when your eyes, your baby brown eyes open, and you say, Lord, I don't feel like going down there. But that is your assignment.
It's
And if
true.
you don't do it, a lot of people say to me, well, Miss Hawkins, well, if you don't go down there, who's going to open up the door? I don't know. And it shouldn't be like that.
No, it shouldn't. You need help.
I need it.
You need an assistant or two other people
Yes,
to
I
help
do.
you do it.
Yes, I do.
You need a strong man, too, to help you.
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. See, I know what you need, because if you have a strong man with you, those boys are going to respect you a lot more. You know, kids will run over us if they can get away with it. But a man, we got a lot of work to do.
We got a lot of work.
We got to get the newspapers involved, and we've got to get people involved for donations. We really do.
People ask me, and I know they've asked you, what are the churches doing? And I say to them, I always run into problems. I say, excuse me, how you spell that word? They're laying back, and all they're doing is collecting for themselves.
Yes.
And they'll keep saying, well, I'm doing outreach. I said, oh, you are? Well, when you going to reach out?
When they're going to reach you?
And, exactly.
When they're going to reach you? Exactly.
Only thing they're reaching for is that dollar bill. And that's not what it's supposed to be.
No.
So we would like very much to be engaged. I had tried for years to be just a guest in the audience on Oprah Winfrey's show. Because I see that some of the persons they haven't had the struggles that we have.
Exactly. Or
You know,
lost the children and things like that.
No, they haven't had the struggle. When you go, I get up early in the morning and I walk. I no longer drive.
Good.
I
Is
walk-
this, what area are you in?
I'm in Ward 8, Southeast,
Oh, my.
the God-forsaken part of the city. And I was there when it was really city under siege.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And people called me crazy.
Tell me what you did, Hannah.
What did I do?
What did you do when all that crap came down?
Well, I did what I do now.
Did you have your home then?
Yes, I still got it.
Okay.
And I outgrew that little center where I was because we were only in a 2-bedroom apartment and the children had to eat on the parking lot.
Oh.
And so they were getting ready as being an activist, and I'm also a DC monitor. I monitor the affairs of the metropolitan area. I found out by us being so close to the Green Line subway station in Washington, D.C.,